Ventress.
Right.
But if you get it for free, and if it works, it could be pretty cool. But for now, I think you're a damager. Buy the Force Staff, get the Moon Shard, things will do well. And of course, I think another thing to look at will be the mid lane. This Dragonite can be really good against Invoker. But that all comes down to just individual skill lasting by GPK. And we'll see if he can kind of minimize the damage in this matchup.
Abed is putting a priority on denying creeps more than he is last hitting his own. GPK only has one last hit so far, about a minute into the game.
Yeah, it's hard because you can't really harass the Dragonite. He has higher base damage than you, and you don't have any spells either as an Invoker. He does get Tornado now, which will help a bit. But other than that, this matchup is going to be Abed favor on the Dragonite.
Super annoying to play against, gotta imagine. Which, you know what? Hey, we talked about trying to tilt. Start tilting early on. Just being up there, taking hits and not caring about anything.
Not a bad strategy, to be honest with you, but yeah, this mid lane, Abed is just owning right now as far as the denies go. And this is like during the point where he will get another deny there.
Yeah.
He's no Tornado as well. I mean, he's trying his best on GPK, but really he just has a base damage deficit. And he can't harass him either because you got 2 points in the Dragon Blood. That's 7 regen, 7 armor. There's no chance your right clicks are doing anything.
You know, you talked about the feel-good sound when you manage to get last hits. It's just trying to take away the audio cues from GPK as much as possible. Yeah, 11-6 right now versus 5-1. Obviously, you know, you can make comebacks happen early on, but this is the mental battle that they're having early on here.
For sure. And to look at the other lanes, Alchemist is not struggling whatsoever. I feel like this lane, maybe I'm underrating Phoenix just a little bit, but this hero isn't incredibly strong in the laning stage. It's good enough, it's pretty defensive, but it's not very aggressive, which I think is fine for the most part. So when I do look at a Phoenix doing well in the laning stage, it's kind of concerning because A, the hard carry is going to get free farm, and B, we've seen how strong this Phoenix is in the later portions of the game. So if you can't punish it in the early game, when do you punish it? And then you have to pick like an egg hitter or something to punish it, but they don't have that either. So Toronto, Tokyo, and Nightfall already off to a great start.
Down bottom, they tried to get a little bit aggressive onto Raven, but the shards were just slightly off the mark from save, not able to connect onto him. And they are sort of whittling down the bear bit by bit. Doesn't feel like it's going to be an easy move over to take that one down as Carlo tries to open up these camps and get himself access to a creep.
Yeah, I mean, Naga in general is one of the better heroes that can lane against the Lone Druid. But it doesn't mean it's a free lane. In these early levels, the Lone Druid still has a lot of ways to get the CS against you. You can still die. Or on the other side, I don't think Pure is in any threat of dying here unless Raven wants to skill a point into Ensnare, which you'll probably get maybe at level 4 if they feel like they can get the kill. If they don't feel like they can get a kill, it's probably going to be one of those situations where he's just going to head to the jungle slightly early.
Right. Absolutely. Get out of there. Just
they
go
found
farm
Raven here.
sides. They have enough to bring him down, though. Tries to jump away. Sees if he can juke it out, but it's not going to happen. Toronto Tokyo gets the kill on the Grimstroke. In the meantime, is Raven underneath tower. Does he break the leash range? He didn't get a root there. And now the resummon, and Pure.
Oh, he resummons.
He's in trouble. Oh, God. They got a couple more hits, but Carlo going to be blocked off by save. That keeps Pure from trouble. Now, with the swell out and save being turned upon, Carlo drops low and ends up dying. So good micro coming out from Pure to keep himself alive.
And they even TP'd the Grimstroke down there as well, and he's going to have to take the gate right away, so I suppose it doesn't hurt too much. That's one of the beautiful things about this patch. Like, before, if you messed up your TP scroll, it'd be so punishing. But now, you can just take that gate, no big deal. And he can get back to lane pretty quickly there. But not ideal to bring 3 heroes to the lane and still end up losing one of the heroes from Blacklist here.
It's not what you want to have happen for them to start this game out. Granted, again, the other lanes seeming to go fairly well so far for Blacklist Rivalry. Again, that Dragon Knight 26 and 14 right now, very much ahead of GPK. This is kind of what you'd expect, but to be honest, like Invoker's still keeping up to some extent. You know, he's about a half a level. It's almost catching up to a level behind.
Yeah, he's definitely getting something here, and he's one of those heroes where you don't really think of Invoker to crush the laning stage. You are thinking more of him just getting his urn online and making rotations on the map here. But that's also the great thing about the Dragon Knight we're seeing in the mid lane here is the fact that you can keep the Invoker in the lane for a while because they're going to continuously pressure his tower. They're going to try and go.
Bring more numbers. Can they do anything? Has the Hurricane to pull him down to the low ground if they want, but saving it instead. They want to try and go for some kill damage on to save. Beating him up with the Wild Wing Ripper, it's not enough for the finish. But they do keep their Dragon Knight alive, and now he picks up an Illusion Rune to try and spam some more damage onto this tower.
That's not bad for Betboom team. That could be this rotation with the catapult and your mid being level 5 and the enemy already has the dragon form up is not so bad. But they might try and go again here as Tim's is sticking around, but he doesn't have the most mana. Basically just has one nuke here if he wants to use it. And this is continuous pressure that they're going to try and put on there, but Nightfall, he's free farming this game.
Yeah. The Alk is getting everything. And Toronto Tokyo keeping his distance just to make sure that, you know, his Alk can keep on getting the full amount of experience and everything else. In the meantime, also, you can see Pure getting a pull off. Gabby is also headed off to the jungle for a little while and is starting to farm with his skeletons. So, while it is a sort of counter for Nightfall being able to get that Greevil's Greed, if he's off away, he's not getting those skeleton kills at least.
Yeah, you got to be very careful not to feed the Alchemist those skeletons. So this is the things that he normally has to do, and which is what makes this matchup super annoying for the Wraith King. Normally, you want to pressure the tower or the enemy carry with them, because you know they're non-committal for the most part. But against an Alchemist, you kind of just got to go out of your way to play the hero differently than you would like to play him.
Well, with that early level 6 online for Abed earlier, it is going to be enough time as they actually run at GPK here. Bringing the Blood Grenade in, they have the Seed Shot. Carlo in trouble. And now, this is not going to work for a kill onto GPK. They might get saved here, but Abed has to back away. It does kind of make you wonder if they would have just focused on taking the tower. Abed gets the kill, but, well, not even.
Oh, he's got a haste.
Okay, a chance? Okay, he's just going under tower to kill GPK. But now, the Sunray, it's going to be enough to force him back.
Yeah, the heal from the Cold Snap and the Sunray healing him up there and making sure he doesn't die, but definitely relatively close there. And there you can see how much they are trying to shut down GPK because they realize the side lanes, it's pointless to go there. This Alk is completely free farming. He's too tanky. Lone Druid as well. He's level 6 and he has skilled 3 points in the abilities. Just saving all his skills for Christmas, perhaps.
What the hell?
That's how free his lane is. He's deciding because does he need his true form? Does he need a point in Savage Roar? For now, he doesn't really need anything, so he's just gonna save it all.
I guess you can do that thing too, where you resummon the bear to get like a second root, so it's not on cooldown anymore. You know that thing?
Oh, I know that thing. Yeah, you also can take off a stun. So if you stun the bear and you resummon it, the bear will be unstunned as well.
That's pretty
yeah. You definitely always want to save skill points as a Lone Druid, but normally you don't save 3.
Got it. Understandable.
Normally that's a lot, and he's gonna start funneling more points into something. He's just really waiting. Am I getting ganked? Do I need a point for my true form? Do I need a point for my Savage Roar? And do I need to resummon my bear? He technically could have done all 3 of those at the same time, which is a lot of foresight and a lot of patience.
Yeah, maybe he just took stats. Who knows? But
not if he wants to throw the game, sure.
Okay.
If he wants his team to report him.
They did take the tower mid, and in spite of that tier 1 tower being down, you can see because of how free of a game Nightfall has had, they're up 2,000 gold. And Tim's runs into Nightfall, starts stacking up that stun. We'll throw it out now onto Gabby. But yeah, they can't really do much of anything. And Nightfall, he might just kill all of these skeletons here.
The poison missed them, though. That's a little unfortunate part.
Yeah.
You can kind of see with all these kills here, he's getting plus 18 on top of the plus 5. So that's definitely some money. And of course, that brings him up to a 10-minute relic. With Soul Ring and Phase Boots, he is incredibly farmed on this Alchemist. Exactly where he wants to be.
Definitely. Although kill is Relic Courier.
All right,
that is
okay.
annoying.
Oh, that's big because like that's gonna slow down his Radiance because he's gonna probably have money for that Radiance in the next like 30 seconds or so, just about how fast he's farmed, maybe a minute. And that Courier being dead for a minute and a half, having to make the trip again, it might slow down his Radiance timing by a full minute.
Oh my god, and they're sending in these creeps too. You see the Enchantress creep? It just stole like 4 last hits from him with the one of the shockwaves.
Yeah.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that's good micro for sure. And it's going to scout out a gate rotation here from Save.
Oh, interesting. Okay. They're bringing more numbers to take down this tower. And Gabby thought about running in. He also is getting fairly farmed. A little ways away from a relic himself.
These skeletons are just feeding gold to Nightfall right now. Let's see. Oh my goodness. I mean, if you do a quick CS check, you're going to see this Alchemist has 115 CS at 11 minutes into the game here. It's absurd. A lot of those are skeletons, but those skeletons do matter when you are playing versus Alchemist. Quite a lot. So it is relevant CS, as you can see in the network.
Yeah, it definitely adds up. Scary stuff. Meanwhile, Betboom stacking up the triangle here. The DD is ready. Toronto Tokyo is going to steal that one away from Tim's. But with 2 tier 1 towers taken, Blacklist starting to put themselves in a position where they can maybe look to constrict the map. Is there a need for them to start making a bunch of plays around? Like, I'm looking at Abed, and he has a choice right now between Blink or Midas, basically. What do you like? Which would you rather see here?
The Midas. He already has the gloves. I think you have good late game. And I think if you fail one Blink Dagger attempt here, you're going to be in big trouble, right?
Okay.
And the Blink, it's basically just higher risk. And I feel like it's a hard call to make. It's to be like, hey guys, you know, they're already pretty far ahead. He's going to go for the smoke and the Blink, so this is something they'll go for. And save. Finding Raven, perhaps.
So this tells you have to get this kill, though, right? Like, you have to make use of this Blink Dagger.
You do. You have to make something happen here, because right now, you're free farming on the Alchemist, you're free farming on the Lone Druid. Neither of them have hit their timing yet. So if you do go for this and you get a kill, that's great. You're going to slow down time. But if you fail this and you die, now you've just completely ruined your own game. And the other cores are going to continue to catapult forward and get more farmed here. It's a risky play, and I understand the fact that Naga... Alright, this is huge if they can get it.
Oh, jumps in, stun is there, the Ixwell the follow-up, a couple of hits, he's low and going to die. That was so needed. And I think it speaks even more to what you're talking about, right? Because he showed the gloves of haste, and if you're Betboom, you're looking at it there and thinking, okay, Midas is coming out soon. There's no way you expect that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it's definitely unique, for sure. It's something we don't see a lot of mind games coming into it, but I think he also made the decision. He probably wanted to go Midas first, but then he's like, oh, I have a Wraith King and a Naga. Maybe I have to go make a play happen on the map here. And now it's in your head that Dragon Knight, he's got a Blink. He's looking for plays. Tim's is going to constantly play around him to make things happen. I think you should go in a very defensive formation now if you are a Betboom team, because Lone Druid just wants to hit creeps. So does Alchemist for the most part, until at least Alchemist has a BKB. I would say he wants also either a Silver Edge / Blink until he really wants to play the game. And for then, you just kind of need to put Save in positions to block smoke ganks, make sure the Lone Druid doesn't die, and make sure the Alchemist doesn't die. GPK is also going for a Midas right now, realizing he's just going to kind of chill here. But he does have a Vessel available. It just has no charges at the moment.
And look, I mean, after not being able to connect with a gank onto Alk, they have an idea that somebody's over here, and it is pure stacking up the triangle. I mean, it looks like Tim's and Abed are trying to just sort of make these gank squads work, but a little bit too scary to run up into that triangle without anything.
And interesting enough, Pure is doing a Maelstrom Mask of Madness build on the Lone Druid.
Yeah.
Haven't seen this one a ton.
Oh, they're looking for him. They want him real bad. It's not easy to find the angle. If he shows, they'll look for him. Oh!
They went for the bear.
Okay.
He resummoned. That's what we're talking about. He had a point. He only had 2 points on bear, so he can do that again, by the way. What he did there is he made it so when Abed stunned the bear, he resummed it, and that takes off all debuffs. It takes off Static Link, it takes off like Astral Imprisonment, it takes off, stuns. It just removes everything from the bear, and it allows him to just run it, just shake it off in that situation.
Mid lane, they find another. Toronto Tokyo will manage to dive away, currently sitting with 3 blood grenades.
Yeah, it's 150 health right there.
So it's definitely high tempo, but you're seeing that, even though he only was able to connect on one of those kills so far for Abed, he's still keeping his net worth up and definitely above the Invoker. And GPK now finding a target. Toronto Tokyo does go down to Abed. And Carlo is just going to give up his life here.
Yep. And that's a Vessel charge now. The first Vessel charge of the game for GPK. Now, if they want to, you can make some type of play happen for Betboom team. GPK has been pretty quiet this game, not really moving around too much. As you can see in his net worth, Invokers that don't get kills oftentimes don't get farmed, and that's why we see this Midas coming out from him. He wants to try and stay as relevant as possible. But I think with this Invoker having a Vessel charge now, you can make something happen. You have BKB available on Nightfall. If you want, I wouldn't hate it if they waited for the Blink Dagger as well on him as well. And then, of course, on Pure, Mask of Madness is online. Looks like he's going for the Shard and the Hyperstone, meaning he's going for Mjolnir into mass attack speed Bear here.
So is this just a function of the Naga Siren in the game? Is that why he's doing this?
Yeah. He wants to be able to not only kill the Naga Siren, but deal with the split push that's going to come out from the Wraith King and all the skeletons. You often see these Wraith Kings get the skeleton attack damage talent and +6 minimum skeleton spawn. And if you don't have a way to deal with it, it's super obnoxious. And even Enchantress has skeleton from the Dark Troll Summoner running around the map.
Right.
That's a very spooky draft here, very Halloween from Blacklist.
I'm already past that. Yeah, maybe
they missed him.
The Invoker there because they got the Cold Feet, or rather the Ghost Walk proc on him. And, well, they're running into Gabby as Toronto Tokyo goes down to the combo, but Gabby just walks it off, did not get rooted. And now, instead, it's saved. It's kind of getting ran at. Nightfall makes his move over, does not have the Blink Dagger delivered yet, and is going to stun himself again. Just can't get anything going.
I think at this point in the game now, it's because they were unable to find anything with GPK at this point in the game. He's sitting at 1-0-1. Sure, he didn't die. His lane was a bit rough, not only counter matchups, but they kept ganking him too. They are relying on Blink Dagger initiations now to make anything happen, because it's around that 20-minute mark now. Yeah. And for that to happen, they're going to need Nightfall to have a Blink Dagger, and they're going to need Save to have one. Those are going to be like the 2 points that Betboom is going to be ready to play the game. But on the side of Blacklist, they've been ready. You've seen Abed. He has had this Blink ready for a while now. They're trying to make things happen in Nightfall.
Oh, he's going to get jumped on. The rest of the team's coming just a second too late. Oh, all the rest of them were right there ready to join in.
They're going to continuously fight this one, though it looks like.
They don't have any Blink Daggers, though.
Wraith King's not here, though. Pierce is going to do it the old-fashioned way.
All right, they run in with the bear. Silence now onto 2, keeping both Save and Pure stuck in the area. Naga Siren decides to back away. Abed looks for the jump forward, turning in, trying to take down that egg, and they will get it. They managed to kill the egg and now find the sleep. Pure left completely alone as they will get him with the stun. What an immaculate fight from Blacklist.
Yeah, they thought they could fight without their Alchemist there, but it turns out they definitely need their Alchemist to be alive. And now it just feels like there's a timing that has just been missed by Betboom. I talked about this importance of the Blink Dagger on Abed to make something happen, and he has done just that. Like, it was a risky move, I think, to go for the Blink. As we all know in this patch, people are totally fine with just sitting back and farming. He decided to do something aggressive, and it's paid off in spades. He's gotten kills all across the map, killing Pure early on, now killing Nightfall, keeping GPK on his toes here in this game as well. And it's difficult now. Look how the farm priority here is Nightfall again.
Oh no.
All right, they're just gonna back up. I mean, they could have killed him, to be honest with you.
Right.
But they didn't know where the rest of the heroes were from Betboom. They didn't realize that top lane GPK was there, Pure wasn't nowhere near, and Save also was not showing on the map, so they could have thought maybe that snowball Save was going to come in.
I mean, I think too, as they're going to find
Look
the
how close
stun
he's
on to
dagger,
Save,
oh no!
Yeah, he's dead. That hurts, man. He was only a couple hundred gold away. That's what it's feeling like across the board, right? Because Phoenix level 10, imagine how different that fight looks if he has level 2 egg. You know what I mean? Like, all of these things are coming together to matter, and Betboom, they're just not coming online in time, and now they're going to get their Tormentors stolen. Bro. Oh, that hurts.
It's definitely getting into that rough territory. You had a timing for Betboom team that you needed to hit and get active, but Blacklist didn't let you get to that timing. They hit their timing first, they got aggressive, and the whole time, while Ovid's running around with Tims and Carlo getting kills, this Wraith King has been free farming. This Naga has also been free farming. And now they're huge. And as this bear, it's going to get punished.
Silence.
You got to be a little careful. It might actually die with the next ensnare.
Chase. Can they?
There's a Radiance burn on it.
Get it. Pure trying to dodge. They spot it. Can they poof it back in? Oh, they got him. Fear. He's walking with them. That's not the way to go.
Yeah, Bear's going to be down. Oh. Not the end of the world, but he has no bear for 22 seconds here, so he's going to have to wait for that to respawn. And the problem with the heroes that Betboom have is the fact that these are early game tempo heroes. Whereas I consider the Naga and the Wraith King, the later the game goes, the better these heroes get just inherently by the items they're going to buy. Gabby at some point will buy like an Aghanim Scepter for the team. And Gabby's going to lose his life here to just try and take the Tormentor.
Gabby.
I mean, I think this is intentional because, like, he doesn't care, I don't think. He hasn't had to use his ult even once this game. So it's like, either we get this Tormentor with me dying once or we don't get it. And he's like, we're getting it, boys. We're getting it.
I mean, I think I'm excited to see that Abed's gambit of like, okay, I'm going to go for this Blink Dagger and run together with Tim's actually worked out. Because we've seen so many instances where that exact idea has failed a ton of times. And the fact that they were actually able to get a couple of those clutch kills, it's, you know, good to see that Dota can still be played like this. As Betboom gonna make a move of their own and try and move on in and take down Roche. Well, they're gonna get it in time, I think. Naga Siren doesn't get here quick enough with the Song of the Siren, but maybe they take the fight afterwards.
We'll have to see.
Alk ulti is wearing off.
Yeah, they want to. Oh, they're TPing out. They all gotta go. They all have to TP out now. And Pure might actually just, if he's not careful, lose his bear here. I mean, I'm down to settle with a bear kill. Why not?
Yeah, they'll take that bear. So silenced. Oh, and he can't hit the Phantom's Embrace off. That's annoying. Nice chase.
I mean, he is fast though. We'll have to see this yet again.
Run! Oh, they got him.
This bear has 0% chance to live now that the Blink Dagger's back up.
Bang.
See you later.
Big get. More gold. Poor guy. He's just stuck with his branches for so long this game on Pure.
Yeah, Lone Druid's definitely a hero that needs to snowball the game, or it kind of gets kind of sad when the bear is disabled. When the bear is killable, that's when the hero just feels really sad.
Did you play a lot of Lone Druid when it was the bearless Druid?
I played during that era, yes, but I was not one of the people that enjoyed doing that.
Okay.
I liked always playing with the bear.
Yeah.
There was never a meta where the bearless Druid was better than the bear Druid. There was an option of doing it. It was viable.
Right.
But it was still worse than if you knew how to micro.
Okay.
Those are all the Lone Druid players that just didn't know how to micro, so they're just like, I'm going to play sniper.
Yeah, they're like, I just want this CDR talent.
Oh.
Or, yeah, wait, not CDR. Respawn.
I mean, that's bear, the talents you're talking about, they had a bonus attack range talents. Just gave your hero more attack range, so you just had this random bear that didn't do anything, but you just had a lot of attack speed and
Didn't it
range.
also though give you like respawn reduction also or no?
On the hero?
I thought it did. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
mean,
about that.
maybe. I don't know. There's definitely a patch where I felt like half the heroes in Dota had that, then they had to remove it because, Lion
Reasons.
was just 0 and 20 every game.
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate it. Patrick just sent us it. Apparently, he had minus 50% respawn time. Well,
His percentage?
I guess minus 50
Alright,
seconds.
cool. Oh, 50 seconds. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, 26 minutes in, an 8,000 gold lead, and every one of these moves that Betboom has made has not been able to find a hero, but they found the hero that can't move. It's called a tier 1 tower, Fear. They're going to take that one down.
Lyrical, that is not a hero.
Well, okay.
That would be a structure. And you are indeed right. Structures cannot move. It looks like they want to fight here. And I think a big reason why the game's slowing down is that Betboom team were able to get the Aegis. And the whole reason of why they were able to get this Aegis was the fact that Wraith King died to the Tormentor. Right? It made it so that in this situation, you didn't feel very confident to take that fight as Blacklist because the Wraith King had no reincarnation. So they decided to give it up. They're still going to farm. They're still winning in net worth, even though the Aegis did go to the side of Betboom here. But I think what's more important here... Okay, I don't know if you want to go on this.
I mean, they had save behind, and...
It's free. It's free.
Wow. Okay.
Get back now.
Yeah. That's an easy one. So Aegis down.
Yeah, it was gone in like a minute and a half anyway, so this... They weren't willing to commit a lot, and they didn't have to commit a lot for that, so the free is free, as they say.
Fair. Wonder if they're going to get this D-ward or not. It looks like, yeah, they are. So that was placed down by Save as he was wrapping around that ward up on the high ground. But we're getting this next tier of neutral items, as Betboom also are going to look to claim them. Likely going to have to come back to defend this tower. And actually, Pure does not have a TP ready to go, nor does Invoker.
I mean, the story of this game really shows in GBK and Nightfall right now, because Nightfall is sitting at 0-1 and 0 at 0 kill participation, which is pretty crazy, and GPK is 1-0 and 1. These heroes have not found a way to enter this game whatsoever, as their barracks probably just going down. Toronto Tokyo's dead.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was saying. They don't actually have TPs on a couple of their heroes, so this is a full set of racks that's just going to drop, I'm pretty sure. They are about to have it back up again on Pure now, but yeah, I don't think that they come back for this. All right, melee racks in their hands.
Yep. That's an easy one for sure. We're going to take it with the Naga illusions there. We're going to clean them up if Raven wants to micro his illusions. One hit, someone's think, please get it.
There it is.
There you go. And I think fights are just inherently hard right now if you are on the side of Betboom team. Right now, the egg, sure, it is strong, but at this point of the game, I guess they have to use it. They have to get initiation. Going back to Nightfall being 0-1 and 0, and GPK being 1-0-1, there has to be a point when these guys are ready to fight. And if they're not going to be in a position where they're ready to fight, Toronto Tokyo can't use this egg. I think you just have to believe in the fact that these heroes are ready. If you do push yet again, of course they're waiting for the right opportunity to take the fight. They just can't take bad fights and expect to win them. They need to plant some vision and get a fight. The reason why that's going to be so hard is Wraith King and Naga are continuously pushing lanes out with the mirror images and the skeletons, so you don't really have to show very much if you're on the side of Blacklist. And of course, Abed, he's got Manta and Aghanims too, so even more of that ghost push. It's going to be very frustrating to actually find these fights if you are a Betboom team.
Yeah, this part is just going to be very annoying and kind of suck to play against. But as you said, there isn't really that much else that they can try and do. If they just sit back and let their laves get passively pushed, and then, like, I don't think that they can secure another Roche easily. It doesn't feel like it's in the cards, really.
I mean, if Gabi wants to use reincarnation for a Tormentor again, maybe.
Toronto Tokyo. Oh, is he dead? EOT doesn't look like it's quite going to be enough to bring him down.
Not yet. Let me see what they're waiting for on Betboom team. I think they're waiting for BKB on the bear.
Okay.
I mean, and maybe Abyssal Blade. That's it on Alchemist. GPK just picked up Boots of Travel, and like that's not going to help you team fight, right? So their idea is kind of that's going to be more of a split pushing tool.
Right. I'm looking at the way that this stuff is likely to go, though, and I feel like Blacklist can kind of do some slow pushing stuff without that much worry of sending a hero forward. And if they don't find the Grimstroke, he's just going to Inkswell cleanse whatever.
Yeah, no, it's time to go. I mean, they got their timing. BKB on Bear, Abyssal Blade on Nightfall. You got to go. You got to find something here. But look how frustrating this is. Mid lane, Naga's pushing out. Top lane, the Dragonite with the ultimate and the Manta pushing out, and they're just sitting there on top of Vision.
Yeah, this is really good. Gabby is on the other side of the map. We'll see if this ends up working for him. If they can find Tim's, that's like the ideal situation.
Caro is split pushing top as well with the Troll Summoner.
Yeah, the wraparound is there. They break the smoke. Now they know if they can find Tim's here, it's again very, very good for them, but not easy to go. It's a quick Roche also.
I think you kind of have to make these plays here. You're getting split pushed like crazy on Betboom team, and if you don't make a move, if you don't make a move on the map right now, you're going to lose it. And they're losing their tier 3 on top lane too.
Yeah, they have another round of resummon on skeletons in just a second. They've got to be the ones that take the fight to them because, this tower is about to fall. They're sending in the Dragon Knight illusions that are going to find a couple heroes up on the high ground. Now they see Pure. Have the Inkswell ready. Jump forward, stun. Oh, no. This is not the way this was supposed to go. Save is already dead. They do kill up the Grimstroke, though. That one is needed. Nightfall is going to try and TP away. Does manage to escape from that. But Pure's Bear is actually going to BKB and TP out. Not the way you want to use your first BKB charge, but you'll take it. The fortunate thing is Roche is up.
Yep. They're going to get that quite easily there, and they found the 2 perfect targets. I feel like if you find Phoenix like that, the fight is just won. Phoenix is so important. You're going to see in the replay as well, these obnoxious dragons, the leash doing so much work. Go ahead and just like putting them together here, and the Phoenix just has no chance there, and they just delete the Tusk. We talk about Tusk, how you cannot use Snowball if you're leashed. It leashed it to the Bear, so not only was the Bear not able to hit anything in that fight, it also prevented Tusk from doing a Snowball to like and potentially delete. But the fact that both these supports went down immediately, it's too difficult. And the name of the game right now is like, can Nightfall find an initiation? And the reason he can't is because they're not showing any heroes on the map. They're just showing Dragonite illusions. They're showing skeletons. They're showing like Enchantress creeps. They're showing Naga mirror images. And it's not really Nightfall's fault here. It's just like he doesn't see anyone that he can jump on in these fights.
Yeah, I think it's really been a masterclass so far of how to kind of choke out a game against a team that's used to doing that. Betboom is usually the team that's, like you said, playing from ahead, getting everything that they need. It is a 14,000 gold lead, still dangerous walking high ground, but with Aegis in hand on the Naga Siren, they're ready to reset a fight if things go bad. And, well, it's just taking buildings with illusions. You got to take a fight at some point, Betboom. You got to try and fight them. And for now, they're not doing it. It's just not happening. Stun, Bear, Pure in trouble. Pure's Bear is going to go down. The Walrus Punch connection. Gabby dies one time. Can they do it again? Good jump on the backlines. Nightfall able to catch and kill Tims. Now the Song of the Siren is out in the midst of that supernova. With a buyback coming from Tusk, looks like they're going to try and retreat away. Force Staff keeping Naga a little bit away, and they're ready to reinitiate if there's a moment. No BKBs available on that Nightfall Alchemist anymore. But the Bear does have it if things get a little bit too testy for Pure. And yeah, they just got to reset.
Not bad, not bad. They get something out of that, but of course, like, far from what they wanted. Still in a spot where Blacklist Rivalry, they're probably feeling good right now, potentially feeling like they're gonna win their first game after their last 5 games that they've played have all been losses. in a good spot right now. But not quite there. They have to finish the job here.
Absolutely. It does feel like it's going to follow a similar path as before, though, right? Where, you know, you've got this Dragon Knight now done Octarine core. I'm imagining we're just going to see the spam of those Manta illusions beating into buildings. And for Betboom, they've got to find those squishier supports. And particularly the Grim. They're doing a good job of taking down Grim. That feels like he's the one that you really need to get out of the way.
Yeah, they definitely need to ideally find him. Enchantress is pretty good as well. The problem with all the other 3 heroes is they're just so tanky, right?
Right.
Even if you jump and initiate on them, you've got double Force Staff on the supports. So there's a high chance that they're going to get bailed out of danger before you can actually do that damage. And of course, Raven, he still have the Aegis for another 1 minute and 40 seconds here. So he's going to feel really confident just sitting on the front lines here.
Oh, yeah. No fear at all. And illusions abound behind, ready to beat into both the other heroes and then also the buildings. They drop down the Soulbind onto Nightfall. It ends up latching with the Phoenix for now. Gabby, he's kind of in no man's land and is going to get absolutely walloped by Pure. So the Bear doing some good work, but the building's still falling. Walrus Punch is there. Raven in trouble. They're leaving him for afterwards, though. Need to turn back around and finally bring down that Naga.
He's on the Ice Wall.
Skims does not have Ink Swell, but they do have Force Staffs. Should be able to get Raven out of trouble. Nice play to keep him alive.
Bear's dead.
Bear is going to...
Oh, got out barely. But he still had another resummon. Not the worst for him. And this top lane had a Midas the melee creep that was stolen by Inch. Inch just is going to finish it. They're getting ratted so hard right now from every direction.
They just can't do anything. Like, they can't take the fights inside their base because they're slowly just going to get megaed.
Almost impossible to save your base in this situation. They realize that too. They're going to smoke out, see if they can get a catch here. And if they can get Raven, that would be absolutely ideal. But he sniffs it out and just shadow walks away immediately. I think they're waiting for Gabby's reincarnation to come back on. They can't be out for long, right? Like you smoke, you have like 10 seconds, and then all of a sudden your base is being pushed in by every type of illusion or critter in the game.
It's so annoying to play against. Another Bear dead. Does have that resummon, but 2 minutes, it's all that's left on this one. They almost have actually enough gold for MKB on Pure, but
this dragon is just gonna kill him.
They're coming for your buildings. They just are all looking back and seeing it happen. They can't do anything.
You literally can't do anything about this. It's gonna die.
Oh god, it's so annoying. But wait a minute, Abed runs in like a crazy person, trying to find a target, ends up getting punished for that, but then Manta walks away, and now the 2 supports are dying to illusions and the real DK. They finally managed
just
to
the last
this.
Bear.
Last Bear. Pure tries to hit into this, does have MKB completed, beats into 1. God, the Bear is low though, 400 HP, needs to run back to Fountain to heal back up. Save tries to back away. They have a while where obviously they can defend their buildings, but I mean, eventually it's just going to be the same thing again.
Yep, just apply that poison to the buildings, and it might take 10 minutes for this game to end just off of that. And look at Save, he's just dying. It's an illusion here. And Abed, he's just going to keep doing this. Keep applying that poison. It works on the illusion onto these tier 4s. It will die eventually. You actually don't even have to show your heroes or your blacklist. Like, what do you even do in this situation? And if you smoke out, you have like a window of 10 seconds to get a kill.
Right.
So it's really just up to blacklist here to play this one patiently, and they will whittle them down.
Right. And again, just if we hover over the Dragon Knight for a second, Elder Dragon form, 66-second cooldown, 60-second duration. Manta style, last 20 seconds, 19.8-second cooldown. So this stuff is basically permanent uptime on spamming out illusions. And it's just incredibly annoying to play against.
I feel like we're going to watch a slow and painful death here. But there is definitely the chance that Blacklist get impatient. And they don't play very slow and clean and give a kill away or so. And Save, he's missing boots. Wait, why does he have no boots?
He had to sell to finish his Midas.
No, he had that before, I'm pretty sure.
No, he didn't. He just finished
Oh, he
it.
didn't? Oh, so he
Yeah.
sold his boots for Midas?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know he had it queued up for a while now, but
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that bad.
I don't know. Maybe he accidentally sold it or something along the lines and I missed it, but I know I looked back like a minute or two ago.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
Invoker has one, Phoenix has one, and Tusk has one. But
I mean, that just encapsulates how desperate they are at this point of the game.
yeah. I mean, he's not moving that far anyways, right? The boots aren't doing much for him.
That's true. That is so true. All right, he buys the smoke. I think that's our last smoke, by the way. Off cooldown.
Oh, the bear. No, not the bear. Let the bear go. God, it really is just a slow, steady death. The tower starts to drop. And Betboom just kind of has to sit here playing some tower defense mode.
Yeah, I thought Save might have money. He sold something for like an Agnes, but meanwhile, they're going to lose GPK with no buyback here. Yeah, he has no money.
GPK. Not what you want to see at all. Now Gabby steps forward. They find Nightfall. The snowball is going to be there to try and save for a moment, but they really don't have much left in the tank. It's going to be a dead save. Turn now onto the egg. Going to kill that one off. GG is called. That boom got completely walloped.
Yeah, they definitely did at some point in the game. Like, things are going well at a point, but this game completely turned the moment that Abed made the decision to not go for the Midas and go for the Blink Dagger, kind of proving that you don't always have to buy a Midas. You don't always have to farm. He thought about it. A little bit awkward, of course.